So the real, again, do you want to stop being a sucker? Because those people in 1886 and the 1900s, all the infrastructure we have in the world and anything working people have came from bottoms up movements. The elites never gave you anything. In fact, starting in the 60s and the 70s, the elites got even smarter. They said, these working people are going to build these bottoms up movements. So we're going to control them top down, whether it be the civil rights movements, whether it be anti-war movements, whether it be workers' movements. The Kennedys, Robert Kennedy Jr. himself, who says he's for medical freedom when he really isn't, he's a big fool and a fraud. He basically talks about he's for medical freedom when at his own home, he said anyone who needed to come into his home for a party there had to be vaccinated. He endorsed Hillary Clinton 3 times, knowing she was a vaccine queen and she was pro-Monsanto. But a bunch of idiots think Robert Kennedy is fighting for them. And now he's doing some global walkout. It's all bullshit. It's top down. The Kennedys have a history of doing this. In 1960s, there was a truly bottoms-up civil rights movement developing. They took over the civil rights movement. You can read about it if you study it. It's well written about. The Southern National, the Students' Nonviolent Coordinating Committee and the Kennedy clan took over. The entire March on Washington was run by the Kennedys and the SNCC. Controlled top down, the I Have a Dream speech. They plucked Martin Luther King out. He was a bourgeois black minister. He wasn't like Malcolm X, bottoms up. And they took over those movements. So you have to get smart nowadays. You have to realize who is truly coming bottoms up and who's top down. Donna Hanson here says, I was a Kennedy follower until I heard you and you opened my eyes. Thank you. So we got to wake up, as Donna did. We all got to wake the fuck up, because right now, Trump made about $90 million, as I understand, in August from the raid. Alex Jones makes money off Sandy Hook. So the right wing, quote unquote, the right wing is abusing the white working class, while the left wing abuses the minority working class. And they make sure working people, black and white, do not unite all over the world. In India, they split up people by religion, by region, same in Europe, etc. And all this is intended, if you look at the arc of human history, this is all intended so working people don't collectively organize for their interests. You're welcome, Jay. It is intended so you outsource your future to one wing of the establishment. And this is how they steal, divide, and abuse you. One of the things I also shared last week was I recommended all of you go do some homework. And let me take you to that site. As a part of your education, I directed you to the Truth, Freedom, and Health site. And I shared with you this very interesting diagram, which is right up here. This is how those in power work, the left and the right. They feed you ignorance. You're fed ignorance every day that leads you to illusion. You get confused, you get desperate, you get divided, and you get complacent. And all this is intended so you don't build a bottoms-up movement. I think it's really, really important everyone honors those 4 men who were hanged for fighting for the 8-hour workday. 20 million Russians lost their lives fighting Hitler. It's been wiped out of the history books, what they really fought. It has always been working people who have fought for our rights. We're working people, they fought for our rights. And it's really, really important that we honor those people who fought for those rights. And we don't outsource our future to the elites to fight for us. You got to really understand, if you look at the US politics, you have bumbling Biden. That's a shit show. But let's not forget Trump. It's really important not to forget Trump. Trump comes out of the worldwide wrestling entertainment. If you go online and you type in Vince McMahon, maybe I can find it here, Vince McMahon and Trump.
Trump and Lashley sending Mr. McMahon ball.
Anyway, this is the president, the former president of the United States. He comes from an entertainment culture. Go look at Trump's son-in-law. Jared Kushner made $2 billion off the Saudis. Trump made $500 million off election fraud or more. Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, makes money selling crazy paintings. Tucker Carlson and Hunter Biden are like this, Republican and Democrat. And yet people, unfortunately, become suckers for these people. And it's time you have to stop being suckers in honor. Yeah, that's what Heather says. The theater is astounding, isn't it, Justin? Political ping pong. Yep. It actually is pure theater. InfoWars, pure theater. And why do I say theater? Theater is about entertainment. It's not about educating and building a movement. What we're doing with Truth, Freedom, and Health is to educate you through the videos we do, to break you from this left-right illusion, and to, if I can go back to this diagram here on the Truth, Freedom, and Health website, and again, I encourage all of you to go study this. This is this world of ignorance. And the people who are perpetrating this ignorance are these people, these gurus, Trump, Bernie Sanders, AOC, Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan. Yeah, they may be nice people. They may be telling you some information, but really they're the machinery of ignorance because they entertain you. They imprison you by seducing you into senseless left and right pro and anti tirades. They never deliver any solutions. They're not about delivering you solutions.